Hello, my name is Muhammad Taufik bin Farid and I'm going to present question 1A from June 2019 papers. So this is the question. For question 1 is construct an investment schedule of this bond for this investor. Okay, for this question, we must create a timeline to find the total days for A, C, and N. Based on this slide, this is how we construct a timeline, so it would be easier to calculate them after. After completed the timeline, step 1, we can calculate the total days for A, C, and N. For A is 50 days, for C we get 90 days, and for N we get the total for 2.75 years. For the step 2, calculate price prime. As shown, this is the formula to find prime price. Firstly, we must know how to find CP, which is coupon payment, which is we're going to get 25. Then for the prime price, we must follow the formula, which is when 25 times in bracket 1 minus in bracket 1 plus 0.017 to the power of 11 over 0.017, then plus 2000 in bracket 1 plus 0.017 to the power of 11. We're going to get RM 1910.40 cents. For the step 3, calculate the purchase price based on the formula 1410 ringgit and 40 cents in bracket 1 plus 0.017 in bracket 50 over 90, which we get RM 1928 ringgit and 44 cents. For the step 4, we must calculate accrued interest. The formula is very simple. It is 50 divided by 90 times 25. We get RM 30 ringgit and 89 cents. After that, calculate the book value. The formula is purchase price minus accrued interest. The book value is RM 1940 ringgit and 55 cents.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I will explain about how to construct an investment schedule. So for this step 6, which is how to construct an investment schedule, the N is 11, and why do I put it 12? Just because I want to make sure that the answers are actually correct. So the book value at the beginning, how to get the first one is actually by using the formula PP minus AI. So you will get 1914.5500. And then for the second book value, you will have to use the formula of book value plus changes in interest 1. And the same goes for the book value 3, which is book value 2 plus changes in interest 2, and so on. So I will get 1917.9055 for N2, and then N3 I'll get 1925.5099, and then 1933.2436, 1941.1087, 1949.1045, 1957.2363, 1965.5064, and then 1973.9171, 1982.4709, 1991.1701, and the last one is actually I want to make sure if the answer are correct. So we have to get the same value as the 12 like stated in the question, we get 2000 straight bond, right? So we have to actually get the same answer. So next, how to find the interest received? As stated, the formula is CP minus AI. So basically, you just have to subtract CP with AI, and here I get 11.11, and then for the second one and until the 11th, you just have to bear in mind that it will be the same till the end of the n. So you will have to use the same answer for n2 until n11. And then for the changes in BV, you just have to subtract the interest due with the interest received, and you will get the answer. So basically, that's all about how to construct an investment schedule. So I will basically, you have to memorize the formulas because it is really important. Okay, so here the interest due, how to find interest due is actually you have to the amount of BV1, which is the first book value, you have to uh, times it with K per M, and then times it with C minus A divide with C. So here our C is 90 and our A is 50, so we'll get 40 divide with 90. So and then K per M we get 0.017, so we multiply it with, we just have to multiply it with the first book value, which is 1914.5500, and then we'll get the answer for the interest due. So for the next interest due, which is the second one, we have to just multiply it with K per M. We don't have to use this same formula like the first one. We just have to multiply the book value of the second one with K per M. So here I multiply it with 0.017, so I will get the answer like stated in the schedule. So I will continue with capital gain yield. So the continue with capital gain yield, so the formula is P1 minus P0 divided with P0. So you have to know what is P0 and P1. So P0 is initial stock price and P1 is stock price after first period. So as stated, 2000 times 5% equals to 100, and then 2000 times 6.8% equals to 136. So the P0 is 100 and the P1 is 106. So I will subtract it. P1 I will subtract it with P0, which is 136, subtract with 100, and then I'll divide it with 100, and then I'll get 0.36, which is 36%. So that's all from me. So actually all you have to do to make sure that your investment schedule is actually correct is by making sure that all the steps from 1 until 5 you get it correct too, so that you will get the right book value at the beginning, and you will not make any mistakes until the end of the question. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Shazwin binti Azrin and I am presenting March 2013 question 3. Okay, find the total accrued interest and total proceeds for each of the bonds transactions. We can use these three formula. Accrued interest equal to A divided by C multiplied with coupon payment, which is CR divided by M times with par value. After that, total accrued interest multiplied with number of bonds. Lastly, total proceed equal to total accrued interest plus with total market price, which is market price times with number of bonds. Next, step 1. Find the total accrued interest first. We need to find A and C first, as it is not provided in the table. A is a period between previous coupon payment and purchasing or selling date in days. So in the table, it shows that sale date. To find A for R30 is June 30 minus June 15, get 15 days. For bond R06, 15 plus with July, 30 days from sale date. Bond R75, A equal to 15 plus with 31 July plus with 30 August from sale date. And N01, A equal to 15 days plus with 31 July plus with 31 August and plus with 30 of September. And bond N08, A equal to June 15 plus 31 July plus 31 August, 30 September and 30 October of the sale date. Meanwhile, C is a period between previous coupon payment and next coupon payment in days. For C, we can divide 360 into 2 because we are assuming it semi-annually. Insert it and apply into the formula. Bond R30, we get 63 cents for accrued interest. Bond R06 equal to 2 ringgit 50 cent. And bond R75 equal to 5 ringgit 28 cent. Bond N01 get 8 ringgit 92 cent. And bond N08 equal to 15 ringgit 22 cent. Step 2. Implement 3 formula. MP equal to par value multiplied with market quotation in percentage. Then, total proceed equal total accrued interest plus with market price multiplied with number of bonds. Followed by total accrued interest, AI multiplied with number of bonds. For total accrued interest, R30 equal to 63 cents. And for bond R06, 5 ringgit. R75, 15 ringgit 84 cent. N01, 8 ringgit 92 cent. And for bond N08, 30 ringgit 44 cent. Total proceed. The number of bonds we take it from bond volume table. So for bond R30, we get 500 ringgit 63 cent. Bond R06, 1105 ringgit. And bond R75, 1815 ringgit 84 sen. Bond N01 1308 ringgit 92 sen. Followed by 2830 ringgit 44 sen for bond N08. So we get total accrued interest and total proceed for each of the bond transactions. That's all from me. Thank you.
Now, I will present for the September 2015 past year exam questions. For my part, I will only explain for question A until C, and the rest will be passed to Farzana. As you can see, this is the September 2015 question, and we will go through for the question number 4, A, B, and C with me. For question A, the question asks to determine the yesterday closing market price for power. Below is the formula that I include for you guys to refer so that you can see how the calculation works more clearly. Okay, so the question asks to find the closing market price for power bond. In this case, we will use the formula below, which is the closing price minus the net change divided by 100 and times with the par value. The closing price for power bond is 99 minus 8, which is the net change, divided by 100 and times with 1000, which is the par value. Since the question given did not state the par value, so we assume that the par value is equal to 1000. And then we get 0.91 times 1000 equal to 910 ringgit. So the closing market price for power is RM 910 ringgit. Now, we move on to question B. The question asks to determine the interest paid semi-annually to an investor that owns 10 of 1000 ringgit of Penang bond. As usual, I will include the formula below for you guys to refer. In this question, we will use the CP formula, which is CR divided by M and times with the par value. The M will be equal to 2 because the question stated the interest paid semi-annually, so the M will be equal to 2. And now, for the calculation to find the interest paid for Penang bond is CR divided by M, which is 0.08 divided by 2, and the 1000 needs to times with 10 because the question said the investor owns 10 of the 1000 ringgit. So the par value of 1000 need to times with 10. And you will get 0.04 times 10,000 equal to 400 ringgit. So the bond issuer need to pay 400 ringgit of interest for 2 times in a year to the investor. Next, for question C, is asked to determine the premium on a 2000 peer bond at the day's high. So the formula as stated below, which is CR times with par value and divided by the current yield. Okay, so to find the premium bond for peer, the calculation would be 0.07, the CR, times with 2000, the par value, divided by 0.07, which is the current yield given on the table above. And we will get RM 2000 ringgit for peer premium bond. That's all from me. Now I will pass to Farzana to present the next question for D and E. Thank you.
For question 4D, we must calculate the total purchase price. Since this question will purchase not on interest date payment, firstly, we must determine previous date, purchase date, and maturity date, which is previous date is on 1st January, purchase date on 6th March, and maturity date is on 1st July. 4M is equal to 2 because the distance between the previous date and maturity date is 6 months, which indicate as semi-annually, so the compounding of the M will be 2. Next step is calculate number of the day for N, C, and A. For A, the number of days is 64 days. Meanwhile, for C is 118 days since the interest payment date was semi-annually. And for N is 0.5 years. Then calculate the price prime. Before that, find the coupon payment, which is the value is 15 ringgit. As you know, this is formula for coupon payment. The CR times with 0.06 divided by M, which is 2, and times with par value was given 500. Then we continue with the price prime. This is the calculation. The value is RM 500 ringgit. Last step is calculate the purchase price. This is the calculation for purchase price, which is 505 ringgit 33 cents. Last question is E. Compute market price of 800 ringgit putat bond by using the current yield provided. First, calculate the market price, which is par value times market quotation in percentage. The par value was assumed as 1000 since it was not given. So, the value is RM 15. Last step is calculate the total market price, which is 50 times with 800 equal to 40,000.